Drink 1 cup of this before bed to shut off cortisol and burn belly fat. If your waist won't shrink despite dieting and training, this single cup before bed could be the missing piece. You may have been told to eat less and move more, and you've done both. Meals tracked, workouts consistent, but the tape measure barely budges. That frustration usually points to something invisible: hormones. Tonight I'll show you one simple nightly habit that can help lower nighttime cortisol, improve the sleep your body needs to burn stubborn belly fat, and 5 practical rules to make it actually work for you. Here's the problem in plain terms. 2 hormones, cortisol and insulin, are the heavy hitters that block fat burning. When they're high at the wrong times, they overpower the signals that tell your body to repair, rest, and release stored fat. That's especially important at night, during deep delta sleep, when your body normally does most of that repair and metabolic cleanup. If cortisol stays elevated when it should be low, cortisol naturally dips overnight and is often lowest in the early hours around roughly 2 a.m., your body stays in a low-grade stress state. Instead of burning stored fat, it holds onto it. You can train, you can eat well, but if your hormones are sabotaging your nights, your midsection may stay stubborn. Let me give you a quick picture. Imagine cortisol as a dimmer switch for your body's nighttime fat-burning lights. When it's turned down, those lights come on. When it's turned up, the lights dim. The drink I'm about to describe doesn't flip a switch instantly, but it helps lower that dimmer a little each night, so your body can do more of the restorative work that supports fat loss. Stick with me. I'll show you how to make the cup, when to drink it, and the other small proven habits that amplify the effect. Why sleep matters for fat loss. Short science without the fluff. Deep sleep, often called delta sleep, is when growth hormone and other repair processes peak. Those are the windows when your body does the slow, steady work of fat partitioning and tissue repair. Cortisol and insulin are practical override hormones. When either is elevated at the wrong time, they suppress those restorative processes. Insulin goes up after meals or nighttime snacks and signals your body to store energy. Cortisol, when elevated at night from stress or poor sleep, signals your body that it needs glucose and keeps metabolism in a protective mode rather than a releasing mode. The takeaway: getting deeper, calmer sleep matters more than 1 extra set at the gym when it comes to losing stubborn abdominal fat. I want to share a quick real-world example so this lands. I worked with a woman who trained like a machine. Heavy lifts, frequent gym sessions, precise nutrition, but after a year she lost almost nothing from her midsection. She was exhausted, wired at night, and waking several times. Her training volume was high and her recovery low, cortisol stayed elevated, and sleep never reached the deep stages. We shifted her nights first. We reduced late calories, created clear wind-down habits, and added a simple tea before bed. Over weeks, her sleep deepened. She reported fewer midnight awakenings, and slowly but steadily she started to see the inches change. This isn't a miracle story, it's an illustration. Without the right nighttime environment, exercise and nutrition can only do so much. Now the core solution I promised: lemon balm tea, taken about 60 minutes before bed. Lemon balm is an herb that contains rosmarinic acid, a compound associated with increased GABA activity in the brain. GABA is the neurotransmitter that helps calm the nervous system. Think of it as the body's natural braking system for stress. When GABA activity is supported, your sympathetic fight or flight system eases, making it easier to transition into the parasympathetic rest and digest state that favors deeper sleep and lower nighttime cortisol. In practical terms, a calming cup of lemon balm tea before bed creates a gentle environment for your nervous system to downshift. If you want to boost the effect, you can add magnesium glycinate to that cup. Magnesium is commonly low in many adults and plays a role in muscle relaxation, calming the nervous system, and supporting sleep quality. Magnesium glycinate is a form that tends to be gentle on the stomach and is commonly used to support relaxation and sleep. Stirring a scoop into your warm tea can make the drink more effective for some people. Use the scoop or serving size recommended on the product you buy. Don't improvise with high doses. Remember, supplements are supportive tools. They may help you sleep better and support lower nighttime cortisol, but they're not a cure-all. How to use this tonight? Brew a cup of lemon balm tea about 60 minutes before your target bedtime. Steep it until it's aromatic and warm, enough to be soothing but not scalding. Optionally stir in a scoop of magnesium glycinate according to the product's serving guidance. Sit down with the cup, dim the lights, and begin your wind-down routine. No screens, soft lighting, and a short brain dump if your mind is busy. Then aim to be in bed at your usual time, so the cup's calming effects align with the first sleep cycles when deep sleep is established. If this sounds like the easy version you want to try tonight, I've made a printable one-page routine you can download. It lists the exact timing, a simple tea recipe, and the 5 nightly rules I'll outline next. Grab it in the description below and put it on your fridge so you actually do it. It's small, but consistency is the compound interest here. What else must change to make that cup work? Here are 5 supporting habits that reinforce the drink and improve your nighttime hormone environment. These aren't optional extras, they're the context that lets the tea do its job. First, stop snacking at night. Even small carbohydrate or sugary snacks raise insulin, and nighttime insulin spikes are one of the main reasons fat burning is suppressed. Move your last calorie of the day to at least an hour or 2 before bed. And, if you're experimenting, aim for a longer overnight fast window consistent with your lifestyle. Intermittent fasting principles can help many people because they create a clearer metabolic break between meals and nighttime repair. Second, avoid other liquids for about 90 minutes before bed. Fluid before sleep often means nighttime bathroom trips and fragmented sleep architecture. Front-load your water intake earlier in the day, and try to stop drinking additional fluids about an hour and a half before lights out so your sleep is uninterrupted. Third, lower carbohydrate load overall in a sustainable way. That doesn't mean zero carbs or crash diets. It means being mindful with evening carb choices so you're not priming insulin to be high before sleep. Many people benefit from shifting heavier carbs earlier in the day and choosing protein and vegetables in the evening. This reduces the chance of an insulin spike right before sleep. Fourth, get daily sunlight exposure, ideally in the morning. A short walk outside does wonders. Natural light helps anchor your circadian rhythm, increases daytime serotonin and vitamin D, and supports melatonin production at night. This sort of rhythm setting makes it easier for your body to enter deep sleep cycles when it's supposed to. Fifth, do a brain dump journaling exercise before bed. Spend 5 to 10 minutes writing down your unfinished tasks, worries, or tomorrow's priorities. Offloading those loops from your mind onto paper reduces nighttime rumination, lowers sympathetic arousal, and helps you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. As a small optional mention, some people find that a short course of certain B vitamins such as B1, thiamine, supports energy metabolism and can help some symptoms linked to stress and fatigue. It's not a universal fix and not necessary for everyone, but it's sometimes used as part of a broader strategy. If you're considering additional nutrients, talk to a clinician or nutrition-savvy provider who can advise based on your context. A few practical cautions and timing reminders before you try this. Drink the lemon balm about 60 minutes before bed so its calming effects line up with your sleep cycles. Avoid other liquids 90 minutes before bed to keep sleep uninterrupted. If you're pregnant, breastfeeding, taking prescription sedatives or blood pressure medications, or you have a chronic health condition, please consult your healthcare provider before adding supplements like magnesium or herbal remedies. Lemon balm can interact with sedatives, and magnesium can affect certain medications. If you're taking sleep medications or have a diagnosed sleep disorder, check with your clinician before layering supplements or making substantial changes to your routine. And please don't interpret this as a guaranteed shortcut. These are supportive habits that, when done consistently, create a better hormonal environment for your body to do what it already knows how to do. You may be wondering, how fast will I see changes? Be realistic. This cup and the supporting habits won't erase years of stress or guarantee immediate inches lost after one night. What they can do is steadily improve your sleep quality and reduce the hormonal barriers that hold on to abdominal fat. Over weeks, better sleep accumulates into better recovery, better hormonal balance, and more predictable progress from the diet and exercise you're already doing. Think of it as amplifying what you're already doing right. A few troubleshooting notes based on what I see people do. If you still wake repeatedly, check the no liquid rule and reduce evening caffeine earlier in the day. If your mind races despite the tea, extend the brain dump time or add a 2-minute breathing exercise. Slow, controlled breathing helps shift the nervous system. If you feel overly groggy in the morning after magnesium, reduce the amount or move it earlier in the evening. Again, follow product directions and adjust slowly. Remember that this is a systems approach. The lemon balm cup is the keystone night habit, but it works best inside the wider routine. When you combine the cup with no late-night snacks, limited pre-bed fluids, reasonable carbohydrate timing, daylight exposure, and a simple journaling practice, you create a predictable nighttime environment where cortisol naturally drops, deep sleep happens, and your body can do the slow work of repair and fat partitioning. Download that one-page routine I mentioned. It's in the description. Print it, tape it to the fridge, and try the protocol for at least 2 weeks before judging results. Small nightly changes compound into meaningful outcomes over time. If you want to go deeper on strategies to lower nighttime cortisol and accelerate belly fat loss, things like sleep architecture hacks, timing of workouts relative to sleep, and subtle nutrition adjustments, click to watch the next video I link right here. It walks through a step-by-step plan to pair with tonight's cup so you get measurable changes without extreme measures. You've been working hard. This is not about blame or punishment. It's about giving your body the environment it needs to reward that effort. Start tonight. Brew a cup of lemon balm tea 60 minutes before bed. Optionally stir in magnesium glycinate as instructed on the label. Stop drinking fluids 90 minutes before lights out. Skip the late snack. Get some sun tomorrow and write down what's on your mind before you lie down. Do that consistently, and you'll give your body a real chance to lower nighttime cortisol and let its natural fat-burning processes do more of the work. If this spoke to you, grab the one-page routine below and try it tonight. Then, watch the follow-up video for deeper tips and troubleshooting. Small, consistent steps beat heroic efforts every time. Let this be the small step that finally helps your training and nutrition show up where it matters most. Your health, your sleep, and yes, the stubborn midsection you've been fighting.